Oh, oh, hello there. Hello there, good people of the internet. Why is this not working? Well, there we go. Okay, hello there, good people of the internet. How are you guys doing? Are you guys pretty hyped on that Avengers trailer? Because you should be, because it was pretty sick. And I thought to myself, you know what? We haven't done a fan chat. We haven't done a live stream in a little while. So it's time. It is time to talk to the people. How's everybody doing? What's going on? I see you guys coming into the chat. See you coming into the chat. Yeah, super hyped. Super hyped. What is up? So, I'm assuming a lot of you guys watched the videos that I did yesterday. When that Avengers Endgame teaser trailer just bam right in our faces. That thing was crazy. I was sitting there. I was just, I didn't actually go out. There was a lot of people that went out for the Super Bowl. I stayed in. You know what I mean? Because I had to work. I knew they were going to do some footage. And right at the beginning of the game, before kickoff. Oh, it did sound like an intimate moment. Oh, it was an intimate moment. Don't make no mistake about it, Sally. It was an intimate moment. And that thing popped off right then and there, and I was like, "Holy mother of Jeebus!" Thing blew me away. It was crazy. Oh, girls with sabers in the house. What's going on? Yeah, so the way this is going to work, guys, we're just going to talk. I'm going to ramble a little bit. This is super casual, though. Drop your questions in. If you got a super chat, a little bit of loot for that, supports the channel. I will go through every single super chat that comes in. If you don't have any loot, don't even worry about it. Just drop a question in there. I'll try to get to them. As more and more people come into the stream, it might be harder to do it. No Star Wars teaser / title. That's what's going on. Unfortunately, that is what's going on. That is a blemish on like the face of the nerdy community. But, I mean, let's be real. That Endgame trailer was... look, I don't even know how to explain what they have done with this property, what they've been able to do with this film. Avengers Endgame had the greatest trailer of all time, and it was called Avengers Infinity War. And it's just crazy that I didn't even expect it. Like, obviously all of us had been Marvel fans probably for a long, long time. Watched these movies pretty religiously. I remember when I was in the theater for the very first time watching Iron Man in Minnesota. That's when I was living in Minnesota. And I was like, holy crap, that movie's freaking sick. 10 years later, I could not imagine that we are at where we are. I couldn't imagine that happening. And it's pretty crazy. Did you see the comment about the Hulk theory? Philip Edwards, no, I did not, man. Drop it in the chat. I apologize. I try to get to as many comments as I can. I try to do that. Who do I think is going to kill Thanos? Whew, that's a good question. Do we think Thanos is going to die? Let me throw that back at you guys. Do you think Thanos is going to die in Endgame? Jared Tybor, that's awesome, man. I lived in the Twin Cities myself. I lived in Plymouth, actually. So maybe the Avengers were wearing quantum suits when they were working together. Could be why they were shadowed out. It could be. Wayne White, what is up, bro? Ant-Man kills Thanos. That would be pretty sick. That'd be pretty cool, man. How do you feel after all the new Marvel stuff? I tell you, Jake, I am on cloud 9 after all the new Marvel stuff. And I know this is all a lot of Endgame hype and everything like that, but that Captain Marvel trailer was pretty freaking amazing as well. That was really good. The more I see for Captain Marvel, the more excited I get about it. I mean, it's like a 90s action movie. You know what I mean? It's just like a 90s action movie, and then Captain Marvel is just like sprinkled in there. And then you got the Kree and the Skrull War kind of going on. It's absolutely sick. Absolutely sick. Girls with Saber coming in hot with the super chat. Holy cow. Thank you very much for the support. And, of course, the girls are always right. Guys, you got to like the stream. I always forget about this stuff. You got to like the stream. Drop a little like on there. Don't do it for me. Do it for Tony Stark. out there in the cold of space. So maybe you guys saw. Thanks, Haley. Don't worry about it. If you can't chill, it's cool. So, did you guys see the video I did this morning, the episode of the Nerdy News Rundown? Oh, man, yeah. Is the Avengers Infinity War Super Bowl trailer fake? Yeah, do it for Thor. You're right. D'Angelo's right. Do it for Thor, not Tony, that pretty boy. He doesn't need it. Yeah. It's the Avengers Infinity War fake. Did the video today. And you know what? We did the YouTube thing with it, and I was just like, let's just do it. And it's going to be fun and a meme kind of at this point. And I did get it cleared by executive producer for the Den of Nerds, Al Schuler. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So as funny as it is and as memey as it is to be like, oh, it's fake, the trailer's fake, there is some stuff in there that's really confusing. And there's a lot of stuff in general in both trailers that does confuse me. I don't know if you saw, but one of the main things that I did in my video that is, interestingly enough, I actually saw some websites starting to cover. And I'm not claiming they got it from me because I don't think they did get it from me. It's just like everybody has this stream of consciousness. Everybody's thinking all this stuff at the same time, discovering all of this stuff. But one of the things in the trailer that's really interesting, guys, is there's a spot that was in the last trailer but in reverse. And that's the silhouetted shot when they're all walking in single file, which nobody walks that way, guys. Nobody walks. Single file, they're going into the quantum realm. Nobody walks that way. You know what I mean? So I think that shot is a CGI. But in either case, that shot is actually in the very first Infinity War, or rather Endgame trailer. But in reverse. Check the video out that I did this morning. I do a side-by-side comparison. It's pretty crazy. Gemstone Gaming is in the building. What's up? Audio pic. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I pulled in the camera a little bit closer. So I'm glad. And I'm pretty hyped, in case you didn't know. So that might be helping the entertainment quality. Did the Captain Marvel Super Bowl ad push away men with its message? Interesting question, Chris. I don't think so. Maybe some people. I don't feel pushed away. Maybe it did. I thought the trailer just looked badass. You know what I mean? And I feel like if I was a girl and I was that badass and, I had a flight partner and we were about to get in the plane, I might say some shit like that too. You know what I mean? So that's just my thing, though. I don't know. Did you guys know that there was actually some streamer or somebody got in trouble for saying subscribe to PewDiePie to their audience? Apparently that's a controversial thing to say. So the Hulk theory is maybe Hulk got snapped away, but Bruce is still around. This is kind of a dumb because the Hulk, I believe, has a huge role in Endgame. Yeah, Philip Edwards. I don't buy it. Endgame, super comic. Yes. Endgame is overshadowing Captain Marvel. Kind of unfortunate. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. First of all, that's an amazing problem to have. Oh yes, the girls will say. Apparently, there were people at the Super Bowl saying subscribe to PewDiePie. You know what's funny? I was just talking to my roommates about this, and we were expecting and hoping, holding out hope that there was going to be a PewDiePie commercial during the Super Bowl. Would have been epic. Ooh, that's interesting. Maverick Pilgrim. Maybe they'll drop the Episode 9 trailer on Captain Marvel to increase ticket sales opening weekend. Dude, that'd be cool. Like I said, my main thing with the Episode 9 trailer is they should really give us a little something before Celebration. Now, here's the thing. They just missed their freaking the golden opportunity to do it during the Super Bowl, and they missed that. They screwed up. But that doesn't mean they can't give us a little tease before Celebration. I really think it's a good move. Kenny Whaley, come on, man. Don't need sexism in comic book movies. Captain Marvel's legit character and leader in the animated Avengers and in comics. I'm not sure what you're referring to with the sexism. Are you talking about what they said in the trailer? Space Ka said Star-Lord eyes turned red just before he turned into dust, and it's true. Just watched it. His eyes turned red. What do you think that means, man? What do you think that means, bro? Is he tapping into his ego powers or something like that? What do I expect from the Episode 9 trailer coming in from Ronan Flynn? I expect that thing to be mind-blowingly good. I think that they know what they got to do and they know what they got to show. Yeah, so I think I expect the trailer to be freaking amazing. As far as exact content in there, I'd really like to see some Knights of Ren stuff. If they just throw up some Knights of Ren, a little bit of red lightsaber action, oh yeah, that'll do it for me. That'll do it for me. Oh, my name's Josh, Gemstone Gaming. I used to say that in all the videos. I don't say it as much anymore, so some people probably don't know. But my name is Josh. They're going to add Captain Marvel trailer after the movie comes out. Maybe. Yes, okay, Super Comic. Let's talk about this, man. Let's talk about this. Super Comic just brought this up. Maybe other people had been bringing it up before. I just didn't see in the chat. The Ultron voice. Have you guys heard about this? The Ultron voice. People are saying that they can hear Ultron voice or Ultron's in the trailer or something like that. I listened to this thing. I don't know what people are talking about. If someone could explain to me what it is or something, let me know. Ronan is searching for the reality stone in the trailer. I mean, there's definitely something red there. You know what I saw the Ronan shot? When I saw the Ronan shot, it looked a lot, and it reminded me of the Vision in Age of Ultron, where they're all like dead and stuff, and looking past him, that just environment, that basic environment layout reminded me of that. Not Us sounded robotic. It sounded grizzled to me. Sounded grizzled as hell. Is it actually distorted? I'll check it out. I'll listen to that, you know. If it's there, it's there. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I trust me. I listened to it. I've been up and down this trailer. Me and this little Super Bowl teaser trailer, we're such good friends at this point, man. And not in a good way, like in the way that like a creepy torture person in a movie says, like, by the end of this, we will be very close. You know, that's me in that trailer because I cut that thing up. Ego is not Star-Lord's dad in the comics. You are absolutely right. Why does the quantum realm always imply time travel? Okay, so mostly, Elijah, that is because of the OG plot leak, which, in my opinion, is the only legitimate plot leak we've gotten for Endgame. That plot leak talked about going through the quantum realm to not only different times, but sort of different realities within our own universe. When do you think the trailer is coming? Which one are you talking about, man? I assume you're talking about the Avengers Endgame. But yeah, so Elijah, that's kind of why that is the thing. And there's also been a lot of things that different actors have said. One of the most notable is Evangeline Lilly in an interview talked about how she wanted to compare the plot of Endgame with Lost Season 4, which in and of itself had a lot of crazy time travel-y weirdness going on. So, by the way, how many people, I want to know, how many people in this chat watched the show this morning and then went and blew up Al Schuler on Instagram? Because, I mean, like, I love all you guys, but, I mean, if you didn't go blow up Al Schuler, I don't know how tight we really are, you know what I mean? Do you think the theory of Doctor Strange cursing the Time Stone is legit? Coming in from Big Red. Big Red. I definitely think... He kind of sounds like a DC character, doesn't he? I definitely think there's some merit to that because here's the thing. Doctor Strange didn't just hand over that Time Stone. Okay? There was definitely something like going on there. He knew something was up, and you just can't imagine him just handing it over and being like, we're in the end game now and he's going to die. I think that him kind of going through time, because if he had the ability to go into the future to see all these different outcomes, perhaps he tinkered with things, set little breadcrumbs perhaps in the timeline for people to, for Tony to find in the next movie. Yeah. Star 0202, can I read your theory? Well, pop it in the chat, man. Livingston, yes, that's the one. I believe that. I believe it's in a time loop. So I essentially believe that he grabbed the stone from the future and gave the future stone to Thanos, and then at some point that's going to catch back up with, the actual present from when that is, and the stone will just disappear from the gauntlet. That's kind of what I think is going. It's sad Snoke was killed off so poorly. The Snoke thing is very interesting. I still don't know exactly how I feel about it. I was very against it when I first saw it. However, I'll tell you what it is. It's damn surprising. And as a fan of the Kylo Ren character, I'm incredibly excited to see what he does ruling the galaxy. You know what I mean? Like, we've never had a Skywalker through everything they've all done, and they've all been very powerful and great characters. None of them ever was in charge of the galaxy. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to see. I think it's going to be, not that great. Unless the plot leaks are to be believed, on paper, Kylo Ren would be a terrible leader. And that'd be awesome to watch. Last Order, maybe. Or Last Hope. I actually think it should be Son of Darkness. Son of Darkness would be a cool name. Loki has to be alive, Speech Fairy says. Dumb way to die. Yeah. I think he's going to be... we know he's going to be in the next movie, but the question is it just a flashback or what? Simple time travel? Maybe. Do you think he'll return? Do I think Kylo will turn to the light? Man, I used to be so against Kylo turning to the light. Like, before The Last Jedi and, like, watching Force Awakens, I was like, nah, dude, don't do it. I just want him to be just the baddest of the bad. But, yeah, I do think they're setting him up for redemption. I think that's what's going to happen. Who kills Thanos? Okay, so if Thanos dies, which I really hope he doesn't, I mean, maybe Tony? So this is the way that I think the movie's going to go. Let me just drop you guys my theory on what's going to happen. I think that the cosmic entities will show up. I think that in the plot leak, when there's that shot of Doctor Strange talking to a big CGI character, right? I think that character is Eternity. And I think Doctor Strange is going to convince Eternity to interfere. He's going to interfere and fight Thanos. It's going to be like this, one of the craziest, visually just stunning things we've ever seen. And he'll lose. He'll lose to Thanos with the full gauntlet. And then Thanos will sort of become Eternity. And then I do believe that Nebula will grab the gauntlet. Now, here's the thing. I think in the MCU, rather than her just going insane, she will sort of undo the snap. And in my opinion, I think there's probably going to be a battle in Wakanda 2.0, like another battle of Wakanda where Thanos does not have all of the stones, and this time they're all together. All the Avengers are assembled in together. That's kind of the way that I see it going down. And then from there, like, who kills Thanos? I don't know. Maybe they don't kill him. Maybe they just subdue him. Wait, the thumbnail says Star Wars leaks? This thumbnail was supposed to be Avengers. Was it Star Wars on the thumbnail? Guys, somebody answer me. Is there Star Wars on this thumbnail? Damn. Wow. Oh, no. That's terrible. Well, I mean, that's not like the worst thing, but that means it's the old thumbnail, the one that we had last time. Wow. Okay. Well, I think I can change it. I mean, I can obviously change it. I don't know how much it's going to matter now. We're already live. I was wondering. I was like, why am I getting so many Star Wars questions here? Not that it's wrong. Not that it's bad. I like me some Star Wars stuff. Oh, come on. Oh, 8XD. Oh, no. Oh no, guys, I screwed it up. Interesting. Well, we're just gonna have to go with it for now. I thought actually that Hawkeye was on the. He's supposed to be the thumbnail, which is so funny because that's because we got the Hawkeye question and I was like, oh sweet. Flick Talk coming in with hot with the super chat. Flick Talk, give me 1 second. Actually, I'll answer this and then I'll change the thumbnail. Oh jeez. It says Avengers Endgame Super Bowl. Yeah, that's the title. Wow, we did good today, huh? Love that Tony and Nebula get some quality time. I maintain the theory that she gets restored to her original body by the end by either herself or Tony. Flick Talk, that is an awesome theory. I had not even thought about that. That would be really cool, actually, if that was indeed what was going on. All right. Okay. All right, so I just changed the thumbnail. Jeez. Oh, my God. How do we have this many people in here with, like, a mismatched title and thumbnail? Oh, well. I want to deep dive a little more on that Flick Talk theory. I love also that Nebula and Tony are getting some quality time together. It's very interesting that they might be a good pair together. You know what I mean? And the thing in the teaser trailer people were talking about was it looks like maybe they're actually tinkering with her mechanical hand, and they're using her mechanical hand to maybe power the ship to do something with the ship. You know what I mean? Again, weird. If you watch the show that I did this morning, just kind of weird with the timing and all that. But yeah, it's cool that those are together. Dice Man says, my theory is that Avengers Endgame will be used to reboot the DCEU. Spider-Man is already shown a live post-Endgame in his new trailer. Dice Man, I know! How could they do that? How could Sony spoil that, you know? Or is that Spider-Man in a different universe? Or is that before Endgame? Or is Tony Stark dead and that's not why he's in the trailer? Or did Tony Stark retire and that's why he's not in the trailer? You see, my friend, there's still a lot of mystery when it comes to Endgame. So even though, yeah, that trailer does spoil some stuff, it's I don't think it's going to spoil that much. Are any of you guys gamers? I'm just curious. Any gamers in the chat? Salih, my friend, with the super chat. Thank you so much for the support, brother. I'm wondering if you've seen the Villains Pub video where they're singing the 12 Days of Christmas. No, I have not. I got to be honest with you. I'm not familiar with Villains Pub. I've never heard of that channel, but I will check it out. If you're telling me it's good, I'm gonna take your word for it, brother. I'm gonna take your word for it, and I'm gonna check that out. But no, I hadn't seen it, so I apologize. I only play Batman in sports games. Nothing wrong with that, man. Will Sam Jackson be the villain in Far From Home? No. No. PUBGM, is that the channel? Just because it's Sony? Yeah, technically, yeah. So Maverick Pilgrim asks, why is the Endgame trailer fake, but the Far From Home is to be trusted? It's just because it's Sony? So, short answer is yeah. Shooters here. Short answer is yes. Now, here's the thing. So what I mean is this. Marvel, not only do they have the money to back this up, but they also realize where they're at with this movie. And they're so careful and clever with what they do in the marketing. They have the ability to use CGI, which costs money, bro. It's not free to take stuff out, to change things up. And they spent money on Infinity War to CGI stuff out. You know what I mean? When they did that. Sorry, man, I don't see all the comments. I see yours in all caps right there, but, you know, I sometimes looking at the camera. My bad. God, no, I lost my train of thought. I see some gamers here. But yeah, that's that. Okay, so that's what I was talking about. So basically, yes, Marvel would spend money to literally change the trailer to throw people off. To ultimately, all of this is to give an incredible experience for people that go to watch the movie. So it's all meant to enhance the experience. But Sony would not pay that money to do that. They don't really care. Biz phone. I didn't see the comment. What's the comment? And some fighters, Ricardo. Nice. I love me some fighters. I was asking about the gaming because we have a Twitch. For the Den of Nerds. Flick Talk, that's very interesting. I mean, yeah, they could technically, I guess, just double render it or render it without some of it in there, for sure. For sure they could do that. Oh, Andrew plays games with my heart. Dude, quit playing games with my heart. How about that, bro? Gerard, that is not technically correct. There's one more film on the contract after this, but they actually do renegotiate before that next movie. So there's one more on the contract, and they have to renegotiate. And what's weird about that is I don't know. Like, I guess if the negotiations go bad, could they not make that movie? I don't know. Yeah, Backstreet Nerds, baby. Anyways, I was asking you guys about the gaming because we have the Twitch channel. And Justin, who runs the Den of Nerds Gaming and plays a lot of Fate Grand Order, which is a mobile game, we did some streaming of that. We're also going to be streaming some Magic the Gathering Arena. I like streaming shooters as well and fighters. I like playing fighters. We're a variety channel. And we just like to kick it, man. We just like to kick it, play some games, hang out. We're going to play some games with you guys, too. You know what I mean? So if you guys have the same games that we have, we're going to eventually do some gaming nights where we're all hanging out together. And there was a new Battle Royale game that just dropped today. It's currently downloading on my Xbox called Apex Legends. And I think it might be good. I'm going to check it out. And I hope Cable doesn't die. Deadpool anus, you mother trucker. Where do I live? Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, United States. Earth, Universe 616. Ultra Instinct Iron Spider. Dope name. Can we get this man an award for the dopest name in the chat so far? That's a really good name. Josh, do you think Pepper Potts has the extremis power, and yet it will be revisited in Endgame? Tony said he would fix it after the arc reactor was removed. However, nothing definitive was shown. That would be awesome if he utilizes extremis. You know what I mean? If Pepper still has it in her, oh, so cool. What if he puts it in himself? So cool. That would be sick, dude. Didn't even think about that. Wes Sabley says, lies, this is not 616. Livingston giving it a little, it's a deep cut. It's actually not that deep cut, but it's a comic book thing. You can call me WWW. Oh, okay. Pepper's rescue suit is a red herring. Maybe, or it's an alternate reality. If Tony gets home by himself, what is the rescue armor used for? So I think, I'll tell you what, I'll just go on a little fan tangent and kind of tell you about why I think that could be happening. I hope that we go to an alternate reality where Tony is dead and Pepper picked up the mantle of Iron Man and she's in the rescue armor, but we just call her Iron Woman or something like that. You know what I mean? And then because I want to see like a grizzled, like almost apocalyptic kind of Pepper Potts, man, in that suit. And then she sees Tony and her Tony's dead, obviously. And like Tony's all like, wait a minute, but this is Pepper Potts, but it's not my Pepper. You know what I mean? So I can't really do this. It's bad, but it's also like he can see her. You see where I'm going with this? This would be hot. You know what I mean? This would be super hot. Maybe he could convince her to come back to 616 if you know what I'm saying. Keep it PG for the kids, though. Brand new to Fan Chats Live. Just subscribe. Thanks for providing awesome content, Den of Nerds. Chelsea Tonisland? Sorry, one thing you'll learn fast, I can't pronounce anything properly. Welcome, guys. What about the Death Star being in the MCU paradox? What do you think about that? I'll be honest with you, Elijah. I saw some of that stuff, and I did not go very deep into it. As soon as you start talking about Star Wars and Marvel being in the same universe, I'm pretty much checked out. The only exception to that is the Patton Oswalt filibuster. If you guys have not seen the Patton Oswalt filibuster that he did on Community, I mean, I never would say get off my stream, but get off my stream and go check it out. It's absolutely amazing. Guys, thanks for hanging out, man. And if you like the fan chats, you're going to like the Twitch because we just game and we just have fun hanging out, man. Yes, Jake. He wants to see Thor go full, no bullshit, Odin Force, wielding God mode in Endgame. I would love that. I mean, we already got some sick, nasty Thor. And he stole the show in Infinity War, in my opinion. But he's got plenty to do in Endgame as well. And what's really cool is a lot of this is just sparked from Ragnarok. Like, Ragnarok was so good. It recontextualized Thor as a character and made him, like, my favorite Avenger. It's just awesome. I can't wait to see what we get from Thor next. Will Deadpool be taking over the cameos from Stan Lee? Thoughts? It'd be kind of cool. It's going to be interesting with that, you know what I mean? Like, what do they do? Are they just going to stop doing them? Are they going to make references to him, perhaps? You know, have him in pictures, different things like that. Yeah, if I missed your chat, guys, look, if you're doing a super chat, if you got a little loot and you want to throw a super chat in there, I will answer every single super chat that comes in. It supports the channel. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. But I might miss your question because the chat is lit. What MCU film, I assume that's what you meant, most random gamer ever. What MCU film do I want? So my top want right now is Moon Knight. I want a Moon Knight movie. I would settle for a Moon Knight show on the streaming service because that would be probably pretty sick. And if, I tell you this, especially if they end up making Black Widow rated R and they go with that Marvel Max imprint and they start doing, you know, rated R MCU movies, then you've got to do a Moon Knight movie rated R. That would be sick. Disgusting. The next thing I want is probably Dark Reign. And there's a lot of rumors that Dark Reign and what they're doing with Norman Osborn and all those characters is coming. Todd Brown, thoughts on Ultron's voice for the second Not Us in the trailer? A lot of people have talked about this. I'm going to look into it again. I listened to it earlier, and I didn't hear anything that indicated that to me personally. I think that would be cool. If it is, it's just a little, like, teasery thing. Although, technically, when trying to create Ultron, Tony was talking about the Endgame. So perhaps Ultron could be rebuilt, and it's now, like, hey, look, I would love it. Matt Cooper, do you think that Star Wars will eventually have its own extended universe, like with Solo movies? Yeah, maybe. I mean, here's the thing. I feel like that's way less possible now after Solo itself didn't do very well because, remember, Bob Iger kind of said that he came out and said that they wanted to slow down with Star Wars, not do so much so fast. And so I think they're going to treat those a little bit more ceremonial and really dig in and take their time with the movies, I guess, which they should. But that kind of implies they're not going to take a chance on Solo movies. There's not going to be an extended universe for it. Perhaps like shows. Oh, GeoBricks. What's better, Star Wars or Avengers? Okay, I'll get to that in just a second. So depending on how many shows they do, they could rock that. But yeah. What's better, Marvels or Avengers? Right now, Avengers is killing it, man. I'm like the biggest Star Wars fan on the planet. So for me, my first and one true love will always be Star Wars. But I would be absolutely lying to you if right now I wouldn't rather think about Marvel. I wouldn't rather talk about Marvel. I wouldn't rather make content about Marvel. I'd rather wake up in a Marvel bed, like a Marvel water bed or something like that. You know what I mean? Maybe like Namor on it or something. I'd rather be wearing Marvel shirts, have Marvel deodorant on, probably eat some Marvel cookies than I would with Star Wars. But that's just the hype of the day. That's just the flavor of the week sort of thing. Yo, Icy One. Introducing Storm and Black Panther 2 would be a good start to the X-Men in the MCU. 1,000% agree with that. Actually, we did a video on that back in the day. I might do another one on it because, yes. Am I worried that Captain Marvel will be the last Jedi of the MCU? No, I'm not worried about that at all. Are you kidding me? That movie's going to be lit, dude. Captain Marvel's going to be freaking amazing. Ooh. Captain Marvel's going to be amazing, man. Now, could it be divisive? Nope. Nope again. Because Marvel's not going to do that, man. The divisive film, if anything, would be like the A-Force movie. I feel, because if they're doing A-Force, you know what I mean? Like just basically like the list of female warriors. I just would like it to make sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why A-Force? If there's a reason for it, then I could get down with it. But, yeah. I'm feeling Marvel just a little bit. Just a little bit, Girls with Sabers. Gotta be real. Al Schuler and I talked a lot about this, I want to say Sunday. Was it Sunday? Saturday, Al and I talked about this a lot. We just can't believe what's going on with Star Wars right now compared to Marvel. It's just like, as a big Star Wars fan, as I said, fucking sad, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's just sad what's going on. Yeah. It's just crazy. The difference between, like, everything. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Digital dirt nap. I did not like Solo one iota. I think, man, I don't like to get down on Star Wars because I tell you that's the hot thing right now. The hot trendy thing is to poop on Star Wars and Lucasfilm and call for Kathleen Kennedy to be fired and all that. And I'm not riding that wave. But I tell you this, Solo was bad-o, in my opinion. It's the only Star Wars movie that I've only watched once. I tried to watch it again on Netflix and I turned it off. I will probably never watch that movie again. Just saw Ewan McGregor on TV. He's looking very Obi-Wan-like. Did he get his mole removed? Hell, The Last Jedi was great, says Wayne Desanre. Solo was better than The Last Jedi. Some people feel that way, dude. Steven Ryder, some people feel that way. I liked The Last Jedi. But I'll say this, like, it's not like it's really weird, man, because, like, I like The Last Jedi, but there are people out there on the internet, and you might have seen some of these people. There are people out there that when you criticize them, The Last Jedi, when you talk about some of the bad things in The Last Jedi, they are like, nope, it was good. And I'm like, nah, bro, the Leia scene. Like I said, you guys dragged me into this. I don't like pooping on The Last Jedi, but that Leia scene is garbage. The Leia scene where she's flying through the space like Mary Poppins. I saw The Last Jedi 5 times in theaters. 5 times in theaters. 2 of those times, I was just like literally like taking notes on shit because I needed to know how I felt about it, and I needed to know, how I just needed to know what was going on in this movie. And every single time, the Leia scene infuriated me, and I was like, yo, you just got to let it go. And the thing is, even one of my favorite Star Wars movies of all time, the one that I put on probably more than anything, is Return of the Jedi. And yet, the worst scene in all of Star Wars, in my opinion, is in Return of the Jedi. And it's in the special editions with the and if I can still enjoy Return of the Jedi and hold it in a really good place in my mind, then I can forgive the Leia Poppins scene and the dad or the mom joke at the beginning of the movie and a lot of other stuff in The Last Jedi that I really didn't care for. There's stuff in that movie that I absolutely love. But there's a lot of stuff that I don't like. Teresa, this is why we need new Star Wars footage. People are still talking about what they didn't like The Last Jedi. I totally agree. Yo, Lucasfilm, come on. Give us a little trailer here, baby. Yo, projection Luke was amazing. They blocked that. Okay, cool. Someone got you. Yeah, projection Luke blew my mind. Dude, Solo was just Solo is like not even a Star Wars movie. There's so much I didn't like in Solo. And I just wanted man, yeah, didn't like it. Where is the episode 9 trailer? Lucasfilm. Sorry if I blew out your ears there, guys. Jake Newberry, thank you for the super chat. Holy crap, man. Will Rocket have a significant role in Endgame? I definitely think so. Rocket's an awesome character. I think he'll have a big part in Endgame, man. He's a builder. He's a fixer. He's a weapons expert. I mean, bro, they're going to need some big guns. You know what I mean? Yeah, I expect him to be doing a lot of stuff. And I really hope he's one of the characters, too, that if things get, like, undone, I hope that Rocket's one of the characters that remembers everything. Remembers everything, because I think it would be very important for the growth of him as a character. Hood, man. Okay, Hood Learning says, Solo was a good movie, maybe not a good Star Wars movie, but it was entertaining. So one of my very good friends, James Razile, from the Rebel Scum podcast, has the same opinion of Solo as you do, my friend. He says, dude, it was a great movie. Take the Star Wars out of it. It was an amazing sci-fi movie. And to him and to you, I say, dude, you can't take the it's a Star Wars movie. What are you talking about? Take the Star Wars out of it. That's what they did, is take the Star Wars out of it. That's why the movie's not a good Star Wars movie, because there's no Star Wars in it. In my opinion, of course. I'm telling you, for the first teaser, episode 9, it should be a title reveal with the main fanfare Star Wars theme thing with Solo's restaurant marketing. Mike Yule, hope I said your last name correctly, coming in hot with the super chat. Thank you so much for the support, my friend. Will Thanos survive Endgame? Well, I sure hope so. In fact, I've done death prediction videos in the past. We'll probably do more of them as we ramp in a little bit closer. I've done death prediction videos in the past, and the one I'm most concerned about is Thanos. Thanos is an incredible character. I like him in the comics, and he's not even close to as interesting in the comics. He's kind of one note in the comics. But he has this sort of almost Sherlock kind of thing going on, this very, like, Grand Admiral Thrawn thing going on in the comics, where he's always kind of like one step ahead. He's just brilliant and knows a lot about the universe. But the MCU version of him is complex. He actually loves Gamora. He thinks he's doing the right thing. It's very interesting. So I really hope he doesn't die. I would really want them to, maybe they do Infinity Watch after this, you know what I mean? Or keep him around at the very least, so that if you do a Secret Wars or you do something really big and ensemble, you can bring him back. So. Will Tony save himself? Lucas Walker. I believe he will, and I think that's the way that they should go, man. Lucas Walker, I think they are repairing that ship, perhaps taking some kind of power device out of Nebula, maybe like putting her into the ship, or they're building a set of armor. She can survive in space. They're building a set of armor for Tony so that he can at least launch off into the space in some kind of makeshift armor, which would be pretty cool, actually. Yup, Steven Ryder, Iron Man 1 cave scene, but now in space. If Taika Waititi didn't make Thor 3, it would have been much harder to just go ahead. Totally. Johannes F., if Taika Waititi didn't make Thor 3, it would have been much harder to introduce the Guardians to the other characters in Infinity War. Yep, totally. I mean, they would have figured it out, but yeah. Maria, do you think Black Widow will be the Marvel's first rated R movie? I sure hope so. Because that would be sick. Because, like, the thing is, man, like, I think, like, who doesn't like the Black Widow character? She's freaking amazing. You know what I mean? Like, she's... Are you guys familiar with the term waifu from anime? Waifu or best girl? Do you know what this term means in anime? Anybody? I mean, how nerdy are you guys? Yeah. Are you that nerdy? Do you know what a waifu is? Because Black Widow's best girl is what I'm saying. So yeah, I hope they do rated R, and I hope she rocks it. Rocks it out. What will Valkyrie's role be? I think Valkyrie is going to be all about the Asgardians at this point. I mean, they're almost extinct. So I think that she's going to rejoin with the Asgardians, you know, to King Thor now, and either be trying to convince him to take part of his kingly duties or trying to rally the troops of the Asgardian people and get them ready for like a coming conflict or something. I think she's going to be pretty important is what I'm saying. Livingston coming in hot with the super chat. Thank you, my friend. Will Cap and Iron Man both die? 'Twas foreshadowed. I ultimately believe that they will both die. I'm like 99.9% sure that Captain America will die, and I'm 90, let's just call it 7% sure that Iron Man will die. If one of them makes it out, I think it's Tony. Ultimately, I think Tony makes it out in a way where maybe he's like an AI. Maybe his brain goes in to the machine. He becomes an AI, and he can be the AI for someone's new robot, you know what I mean? Or rather, suit. Or maybe just the Avengers AI. Like he's Jarvis now, but for the Avengers, and that's Tony, and he'll always be around. That could be really cool. But yeah, I really do think that Cap is going to bite it. And I think it's going to be a really incredible moment. In fact, in the show I did this morning, I talked about the scene with the shield and the trembling hand that puts on the shield. And I was like, yo, what if that's Bucky's hand? They CGI'd it so it's not metal anymore, right? And it's actually Bucky's hand putting on the shield after Cap like dies, and he's like, "Oh shit, I gotta be Cap now," which would be crazy. Girls with Saber says Cap's gonna die, but get to be with Peggy. That's a big theory out there that something's gonna happen where they either put him in a different timeline with Peggy, or he gets to visit with Peggy in the Soul Stone, which would be incredible and a really good swan song for him. Andrew Pham says, "No, sorry, that was." Barbara says, were Nebula and Tony Stark rebuilding Vision? No, I don't think so. I think they're on the Benatar out in space trying to fix a ship. Oh, what's the story for Infinity Watch? So essentially they make a team of people that are guarding the Infinity Stones. They guard the Infinity Stones, and they sort of seek out threats in the galaxy of people that would want the Infinity Stones, or they're doing really bad stuff in the galaxy. So Adam Warlock joins this team. I believe the cosmonaut dog, joins the team too, if I remember correctly. And Thanos is on the team as well. What about Ultron? Barbara asks. I don't think that was Ultron in the trailer. I really don't. Guys, I'm only going to go about 5 more minutes. Thank you guys so much for hanging out in the super chat. Thank you so much for hanging out in this live stream. Just talking some theories, just kicking back, hanging out with you guys. That's what it's about. We're going to try to do more of these as the year goes on, probably like 1 or 2 a week at least. When big stuff happens, you know, we will want to do a super chat and talk to you guys about it. And if you like it, check out the Twitch too, man. I'm telling you, the Twitch is the future. That's where a lot of cool stuff's going down. The second time he says "not us" in the trailer sounds very Ultron-ish. Yeah, I know. I've heard a lot of people say that. I don't hear it. Do I think that the next generation will be as cool as this group of Avengers? I don't know. I mean, Melanie, it's really hard to say, right? Depends on who they bring in. I mean, they can bring in some really cool characters. Tom Holland Spider-Man, I really hope they lock that up with Sony so that Tom can be in this universe for a long time. The Twitch name is The Den of Nerds, just all one word on Twitch. Yeah, the Twitch is not in the description because I'm an idiot. It's in the description of a lot of other things, though, like the show this morning and different things like that. Yeah. But it really depends. Doctor Strange will be around for a long. Benedict Cumberbatch will be around. Sebastian Stan will likely be around for a while. So you'll sort of get an overlap. You'll get a lot of the characters. Black Panther's going to be around for a while. So we'll get a overlap with them. And then beyond that, They'll introduce newer characters, which will be really interesting. Like if they do Captain Britain and Black Knight, I think that would be really cool. Don't forget we got X-Men coming in. I mean, right now we're at the precipice of this just amazing nerdy pit of dopeness that we're all about to jump in. It's going to be amazing. Andrew fam, how do we join the Den of Nerds? There's multiple ways you can support the channel. If you really want to support what we're doing here, what the vision is for just having this nerdy network where we just have a bunch of cool fan content, check out the Patreon. I'm about to ramp up the Patreon. The Patreon is going to be where some hot content drops. So go check that out. And then the Twitch, of course, and then subscribe to this channel and just, keep chiming in on the comment section. Drop a like here and there. That's how you do it. Franklin Richards 2030. I would love it if they go the Franklin Richards route. It just feels really hard because he's God. You know what I mean? So it'd be like really hard to do that character. But there's plenty of good stuff and stories around there. I really like the stories in Future Foundation and in Fantastic Four with Franklin and his older self and the pet Galactus. A lot of good stuff in there. Nice misdirect with these previews. People getting stuck on earlier material and people not talking about multiverse or quantum realm for now. Todd Brown, 1,000% correct, my friend. That's exactly it. They want people off the scent. They want it off the scent. They don't want people thinking about quantum realm, time travel stuff, even though we're all pretty damn sure that's what's coming, that's what's happening. I mean, that's why these trailers and marketing is so brilliant. And it's beyond, the thing is, to be totally real, it's beyond even that. It's like, it's not just the fact that they're only showing that little bit. It's like, if you look at the frames, like literally, they've crafted these trailers in a way, they send people down rabbit holes, and it's all misdirection. It's all pointless. And that's why I say it's like fake, you know what I mean? It's not fake. It's just, this isn't what it's really about. You know what I mean? Cameron Covert, remember watching your videos when you had 10K subs, man. Happy to see you come so far. Keep it up. Brother, thank you so much, man. Thank you. I often think about that. You know what I mean? Like, I think about how many of the subs from back in the day are still active, you know? And there's another one. Oh, man, I'm blanking on this person's name. Vance Wallace was a long, long time sub. There's people that pop in, and I'm like, yo, I remember that name. I've been saying that name for years. Obviously, Girls with Sabers was back then. Yeah, it's been a cool ride, man. We got plenty more to do, though, in the entertainment, internet, nerdy business, maybe. Will Thor be important in the next phase, or is Hemsworth's contract over? I actually don't know about that. I don't know if his contract is up or not, but I can't imagine them not re-signing Hemsworth. I think Hemsworth's a lock for more movies. Thor 4 is probably happening. Now, they might phase him out a little bit. It could be about a new Thor coming in, but like, he's King Thor now. You know what I mean? He's king of the Asgardians. So I'm pretty sure he's going to continue to be very important to the universe. Steven Ryder says, anyone else disappointed with no Game of Thrones trailer yesterday? Yeah. I mean, Game of Thrones, they're not really going to show too much. I mean, I want to see more footage for sure, and I'd love to be diving deep on all that stuff for sure. But I mean, like, it's the most popular show of all time, and it's in its final season. I feel like the ratings might be okay. All right, guys, just a couple more questions, and then I got to skedaddle out of here. I was actually going to set up a Twitch stream, and then, like, right after this, we were all going to jump into Twitch, those that wanted to, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that today. But we will be getting that going on very soon. That's true. It was the Bud Light commercial, Mika says. That's actually very true. Have you heard about the DBZ action RPG game? See the trailer? Yeah, Project Z, Finer 206. Yeah, I have heard about it. I'm definitely going to play it. I got to be honest, though. I'm not super hyped on it. Like open world RPG, but it's retelling, you know, the early sagas which could be really cool. But it just doesn't, like, for now, and we've only seen, like, what, some screenshots and them walking around, so it's way too early to tell. But I didn't get hyped on it because it's not enough right now to excite me and be like, oh, I can't wait to experience those stories that I've experienced, what now, 1,000,000 times in this particular way. I'm actually more excited for like Jump Force or even the Dragon Ball Heroes game, which is going to drop on the Switch. I'm more excited for those, to be real. Yeah, Eternity, maybe Living Tribunal. I feel like Living Tribunal is a little too crazy for the MCU. Juan Cena says, I need Netflix heroes to come to the MCU already. I would love it if the MCU can. Dude, Daredevil, come on. Daredevil. Why'd they cancel that? It's so frustrating. I was just thinking about Daredevil today because I'm going to this party tonight, and I was thinking about dressing as Daredevil. Such a good show. All right, guys, one more question. Who's it going to be? One more question. Drop it in. I'm going to pick one. See you, Wayne White. Thanks, bro. One more question. Thanos needs to step down from God mode. Plain or peanut butter M&Ms. Stay nerdy, Ricardo. Peace, brother. Are you married and have kids, Josh? No. That's the last question, guys. Sorry. No, I'm not married. I don't have kids. Who do I want to live more, Cap or Tony? Okay, Lucas Walker. That'll be the last one. Who do I want to live more? I want to know, for all you guys, as you're heading on out of the stream, hit a like on your way out also, by the way, guys. And let me know before you go, who do you want to see live more, Cap or Tony? For me personally, I feel like Cap dying makes more sense. I want Tony to live. And I think, honestly, Tony living and having watched Cap die and sacrifice himself would change Tony. So, like, the thing is, Tony's, like, on his great character arc. He's had a lot going on. I see a lot of Tonys. Maria says Cap. Lot of Tonys. Livingston says, kill them both! Catch you in the next video, Steven. Thank you. Yeah, so I think a lot of people are on the same page. They want Tony to live. And Marvel might be smart enough to do that. Like, the thing is, Tony is like the bread and butter of this thing. For so long, Downey has made this thing what it is. So yeah, I think Tony, if anything, should live. And as I said, he'll be formed by the death of Cap. And honestly, that's almost like a whole new character. You know what I mean? Post Thanos, Tony is almost like a whole new character. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, guys, thank you so much, man. You guys are amazing. Honestly, it's really fun to just hang out with you guys and talk about this sort of stuff. So, thank you for hanging. And as I always say, try that again. As I always say, hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video, which will be the Nerdy News Rundown tomorrow morning, maybe afternoon.